I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. We're diving straight into the nitty-gritty of the 5 solid reasons why you might want to pump the brakes on moving to Grand Rapids in 2024. It's Jeff Varnado Jr. here, your favorite go-to realtor in Grand Rapids and Traverse City, Michigan. So stick around until the end because we've got some real deal insights coming up, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Let's jump in and kick things off with the housing market. So here's the real deal with that. The housing market is unpredictable as the Michigan weather. Prices are all over the place in 2024. We're seeing some major fluctuations over the past few years. Grand Rapids has become one of the fastest growing real estate markets in Michigan. With all of this growth, home prices have shot up and the competition here is fierce. But it's not just about the high prices, it's also about the volatility as well that we're experiencing here. I mean, one day you find a steal, the next day that same house has a price tag that makes you do a double take, right? So anyone on a tight budget, this kind of unpredictability can be a nightmare. And let's not forget about the bidding wars that are also taking place, right? Homes are getting multiple offers, sometimes way over the asking price. So if you are thinking about buying a home here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, you've got to be ready to move fast, maybe even stretch your budget a little bit, right? Now, the market's a roller coaster. It's up, it's down, it's all over the place. So if you're not prepared to throw some elbows in this competitive market, then you might want to reconsider. On to reason number 2. This one's a big deal, especially if you're not from around here. You might be in for a little bit of a surprise. I mean, we're talking snow, ice, and more snow. We get several feet of it, freezing temperatures, and the infamous lake effect snow that can also pile up super fast as well. Now, for those coming from a warmer climates, the cold can be a real shock. I mean, snow shovel becomes a part of your daily routine, and your driving can be pretty tricky as well, especially if you're not used to the icy roads. Plus, winters here hit your wallet hard, from sky-high heating bills to dealing with frozen pipes. If winter sports or snowball fights aren't your thing, then this might not be the place for you. But if you do love skiing, snowboarding, or snowmobiling, you might just find your winter wonderland here. All right, let's dive into reason number 3, the school system quality. If you have kids or planning on having kids, this is definitely a big one. While Grand Rapids has some really good schools, the quality really can vary depending on what side of town you decide to live on. Some areas have top-notch public schools with great resources, but others are struggling with overcrowding, limited funding, and lower test scores as well. So you really have to do your homework here to make sure you're moving to a district that aligns with your expectations and educational values. And let's not forget about the winters we just talked about here. Schools can close for days, even sometimes weeks, which can be a challenge if you're trying to balance work and kids at home. Now, if education is a top priority for you, make sure you dig into the details of the area before making a move to Grand Rapids. Also, I'll drop some free resources below in the video description for you guys to check out as well, so don't forget about that. Moving into reason number 4 is higher property taxes. Now, Grand Rapids has been making a lot of investments in infrastructure, schools, and public services to improve the overall city. Now, while all of this is great for the community, it does come with a cost, such as higher property taxes. So if you are planning to buy a home here, be prepared for taxes that might be a bit higher than what you're used to paying, especially if you're coming from an area with lower tax rates. Now, all of these taxes help fund a lot of different things around Grand Rapids, from parks, libraries, to public safety and road improvements. Now, as home values continue to rise, the amount you pay in property taxes can increase significantly as well, adding a hefty amount to your monthly expenses. So before making a move, make sure you dig into the details of local tax rates and consider how they may impact your monthly expenses. Now, last but not least is number 5, the limited nightlife and entertainment options we have here. Now, don't get me wrong, Grand Rapids has a lot going for it. I mean, we've got great breweries, a solid food scene, and a handful of cool spots for a night out. Plus, we've got some awesome new developments on the horizon, like a brand new amphitheater and the professional soccer stadium that are all going to be built here soon. Now, these things are definitely going to add more options for fun and entertainment, but if you are used to nonstop 24/7 vibe of a big city, you might find things a little quiet around here. Most of the nightlife is really concentrated in a few small pockets, and after a certain hour, the city really starts to wind down. So if you are looking for a place where you can find something, great to do any night of the week, or you love hitting up a late night event and show, then you might be in for a bit of a culture shock here. And let's be honest, during those long winter months, a little variety indoor entertainment would be nice, right? So if you are coming from a bustling city and nightlife is on your must-have list, you might want to rethink your move. So there you have it, the 5 reasons why moving to Grand Rapids in 2024 might not be for everyone. But hey, every place has its pros and cons, right? And at least at the end of the day, it's all about finding what's right for you. So if you're up for the challenge, Grand Rapids has a lot to offer. But if any of these points have made you second guess, then maybe it's worth taking a closer look before you make the move. As always, if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button, like, and share the real estate love with everyone you know. Until next time, peace.